Mic test, mic test. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Hello? Why is it? What? Is this mic working right now? What the hell? Ooh, all right, we got to jump right into this one. Good morning and good day. Happy Monday. It's May the 1st already. Holy crap. Halfway through the year, or just shy of halfway through the year. Pretty wild. Let me check my mic. It looks kind of weak. Let's see if I change that setting. Is that better? I don't know if that's better or not. Doesn't seem like it's better. What the H? Is that better? That looks a little bit better right there. Hello. Let me know if the mic sounds okay, y'all. Anyway, happy Monday. You're probably wondering what the hell happened last week. Well, so I was at Big Bend, which is a big park in the middle of nowhere, for the first part of the week, and so I couldn't stream. I tried to do something from my phone, but the phone app is really limited, and my service was really crappy out there, so it just really wasn't jiving. So I couldn't really do that. But then I come back Wednesday, and I found out I was banned. TradingView banned me for a week, so I couldn't even have streamed anyway, even if I wanted to, which I guess kind of worked out in a weird way. But anyway, I couldn't stream. I was banned because I had some stupid links in my description. I didn't put them in the right place. So I literally was banned all the way up until about, until a couple hours ago. So pretty lame. I don't know. TradingView's got some pretty strict rules, apparently, when it comes to putting links in your description. And so I apparently broke those rules and they didn't like it. So they banned me from a week, which is kind of crazy because I couldn't even respond to DMs. Some people DM'd me asking me if I was all good and everything, which I much appreciate. Appreciate that, y'all. If you were one of those people. And it's like I couldn't even respond. Like, I can't DM. I couldn't post ideas. I couldn't comment. Like, they just completely banned me from communications, which I told the support staff, like, hey, man, at least let me respond to messages, so you can still stay in touch with some of your followers and whatever. But anyway, it's done now. It's over. The ban is over. Hopefully, I won't break any more of their rules and get kicked off one more again. So, but that's fine. Here we are. It's Monday. It's a new week. It's a new month. Let's get it in. Let's look at some price action because I got to make this one real quick. We're actually going to be heading out on a little mini day road trip with my son. So it's his birthday week. So anyway, we're going to jump in this real quick and fly through the bitty bits. Try to make up a little time from last week too. All right, let's go. Monthly. Let's start there and work our way down. So here's the monthly. We did get the open and close above the 21 EMA. So if y'all recall the January performance, we actually got this open and close above there. So now technically, is this going to signal the bottom? It has every other single time. Except COVID had kind of like a little slice through it, but immediately got engulfed. And this actually didn't do an open and close back below it. That's why open and closes are very, very important, y'all, on pretty much any time frame you want to use it on. But so now we do have an open and close technically above the 21 EMA. So now we have every single time frame is signaling strength for the bulls. So all the bulls got what they need. Now, is this kind of a not so sexy candle? Yeah, you could argue that because it's kind of like a doji right on top of this range below major resistance. So it is definitely a little bit indecisive, but every other time frame looks pretty damn good. The weekly close last week, that closed last night for spot price, it's okay. It's just more indecision. I mean, as long as it's kind of just hovering up here, price is being accepted at the top of range. So that is pretty good. The only concern I would have here if we lost about 27,000, we lose 27,000. It was 28 for a while, but given the last, couple weeks of new price action, think we can kind of ratchet that up to 27, and also that will be being that's some good English. That will be ratcheted up by this yellow 21 pretty swiftly. I mean, this is pretty aggressive slope. So here in the next by the end of the month, we're pretty much going to meet with price action if this just goes sideways. So the only other concern I would have is 27,000 for now, or an open and close back below the 21 EMA, which is this yellow line here. If either of those were to happen this month, I would be definitely a little bit concerned. But I'm still in buying dip modes. I do like all these time frames agreeing with each other, and now we do have the monthly. Even though it's not the sexiest candle, you cannot deny that closing and open and close above the 21 monthly moving average is very important. We can go back in time a couple times. You can see here, price just went sideways. To be fair, it went sideways for 5 months before it continued. And then here, kind of the same thing, went 5 months. And so are we going to do that here? Kind of lollygag for 5 months? Let's actually see where that puts us at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. 5 months literally puts us. Is that correct? Hold on. No, that's not right. Is that right for halving? Let me go to the halving chart. We got to verify this. I thought it was a little bit further than that. Oops. I thought we were looking at like spring of next year. Yeah, okay, that's right. Spring of next year. So if we kind of just lollygag up here for a little while, I can't remember what the hell this was for October 20. I don't know. I probably have notes on it somewhere. But anyway, 5 months before whatever this line means. So there's some kind of confluence on that. But again, simple, keeping it simple. Above the 21 EMA or above 27,000, it looks fine. We're just kind of trapped in the lulls here, and not the LOL lulls, the actual lulls, the word. All right, let's go to the futures price. Yeah, showing us the same thing. Nothing really there. Let's jump over to Ethereum. So Ethereum's actually looks a little bit worse, to be fair. The monthly, I don't think it has it. Nah. So Ethereum's definitely looks worse than Bitcoin's. You have this hammer doji right on the 21, and we're actually up underneath the mama now. And if you go to the weekly, I know this looks green, but it is engulfing. This is a pretty textbook tweezer top right here. And then we have last week closing an indecision doji right at the bottom of range. And we're getting a little push follow through to the downside. Not anything significant, but it is kind of noteworthy. That unicorn shirt, man, is definitely not in a as nice price structure on the chart. So, but hey, we're right at the edge here. Like, to me, I might nibble a little bit today. I'm gonna wait till I get done with the longer road trip that we have coming up, but and then check it out when I get over there. But this is kind of interesting. I feel like this is pretty much the buy the dip zone before continuation, or this thing is probably gonna fall out sometime this month. So again, more compression. The move coming out of this, y'all, is so big. And I know I said that for the last couple weeks, but it's just true, man. This thing is just getting compressed like a mofo. Some of these altcoins look a little bit heavy, but we're in between the long and short-term moving averages. We're right at the bottom of range. Bulls are defending it well so far, but we are kind of just hanging out here a little longer than you would expect. And right back under this trend line on a failed breakout. So Let's see if bulls can defend the other side of range test, which would be probably about upper 70s. So far they are, but just barely holding on. This one also, Ethereum Classic, kind of the same thing, just barely holding on right outside of the box range here. So not really that sexy. But then again, you look at it's very confusing here with the price. Then you can pull a fib and it's right at the 618. So it's kind of like, it's the slopes of the EMAs don't look good under this box, but structure trumps everything. And there's a lot of support in this upper teens area. So 48, kind of the same. All these kind of look the same, just lollygagging, hanging around the upper ranges or the fall ranges. I mean, can we get more boring and sideways? One of my friends that's been in crypto for a long time, since like 2012 or 13 or something, he actually said over the weekend, he goes, I'm done with this. He's like, crypto is so boring now. He goes, crypto's so boring now. I'm going to go kind of focus on gardening and some other stuff outside. And I kind of felt like at first I was like, oh man, that sucks. Why is he getting out of crypto? But then I thought about it more like in a macro sense. And it's like, dude, he's not the only person I've heard say that. And it's probably because this price action, man. Think about this price action. Overall, it has been going sideways for a really long time, outside of just like a quick pump that really mostly happened in like a month, and really even less if you take these two major candles. It really was only 2 weeks out of the most of this year that all this price action kind of happened, because it was like pump and then kind of just sideways, and then pump really hard and then kind of just sideways, which Bitcoin does love to do, to be fair. But it's kind of just in this giant range, just like the majors. Like ES has been in a range for almost technically about a year, like we've talked about a little bit on that monthly chart. So people are just kind of getting bored with this sideways shit, which I actually find is a good sign, because if there's two ways of capitulation. There's capitulation that dumps off really hard like this or like this right here. And then there's also sideways capitulation that just goes sideways forever, and everyone just gets bored with it because it's like, I'm going to go find more opportunity. This little Peter Pan crap where it goes, before I get too sidetracked for too long, or sidetracked for too long. My English is off. I guess it's just Monday, the Monday blues. But overall, Ethereum, let's jump back to Unicorn Shirt, man. So Bitcoin is 27K or above the 21 EMA. Ethereum is above about this 1750-ish area. Also the 21 EMA as well. And this could just be building the chart, letting the EMAs catch up before continuation to the upside. Definitely a thing. Monthly, or monthly on futures is pretty useless. Weekly looks pretty good, showing us the same areas. Litecoin, same thing. Hold on, we went backwards in time. XRP, I mean, look, it's just hanging out on this little swing high. It did not make a higher high, so that is interesting, but just kind of further showing the frustration I think a lot of people are having with this just sideways stuff. Unless you're in like some of these meme coins. I know AI Doge and some other stuff is pumped like incredibly hard. XLM, it's going to be the same. Hey, look, XLM's actually above the 21 now. I mean, barely. It has a doji right on it. Maybe it's getting fall through, but I do like this overall. It's the first attempt to like kind of look good and get above this area. Above 9 cents, it looks okay. Tron's actually going up, which, man, defying the market. And once again, this super consolidation. This is actually looking pretty damn sexy above 6.7 cents. I do like this. Next major resistance is 7.2. Man, above 7.2, that really starts to unlock this target range up here. So Tron, Bond, Mon, whatever. Looking pretty damn good. Only below 6.4, 6.5 would I be concerned. DOT has just been sideways as hell. Kind of looks a little heavy here. So it's funny. There's always like 3 different charts that you get in crypto. This is one of them, the like bear flagish type thing, but you got major structure supporting it. And then there's ones like this where they're kind of breaking out of the top side. And what's the other one? Kind of range bound still, like Link. Like Link is actually a great example where it's literally been the same freaking price all the way back to May 12th. We've literally had the same price since May 12th. I mean, it can't be closer than that. I mean, it's kind of look. I mean, look at this weekly. Ping, 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 pong, 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 bam. All right. Let's see here. EOS. Yeah, this is like on the lower part of range. Looking a little bit heavy to be fair, but you got all this support on this previous consolidation and all the bottoms of this. But definitely still a little bit heavy just because we didn't make a new high here. BCH at the bottom of range, not too surprising. Same shit, different day. BSV sitting on the damn thing over there. Immaculate Tony, what's up, dude? Welcome, welcome. Nice charts. Oh, thank you, sir or ma'am. Appreciate that. I'm a live streamer here as well. I'm shooting over a follow. Hey, sweet dude. I'll come check out some of your streams as well, Mr. Immaculate. Good stuff. Let's see. XMR. XMR is still okay. We're riding up the trend line in the middle of all this, kind of just lollygagging. I mean, it's just so boring right now, man. This price action, it's like it looked sexy for like a few weeks ago, and it looked like we were going to get some follow through, and then the bulls are just like, nah, just kidding. And let's go back into the range and have a range party. Zcash just can't get no freaking strength. I mean, this actually doesn't look very good. This is actually one of the worst looking charts. Coming back up to test bottom of range and getting rejected. All the EMAs are sloped down. There's not really huge momentum on the weekly on the oscillators down here, but yeah, it's still kind of just a little bit weak sauce. Damn. Zcash fans, sorry. Consolidating right below the 200, but it is technically 21 too. On this doji, a few like last week, looks like last Wednesday, kind of just hanging out. But again, we're right atop the structure. I know it looks kind of bad and brutal, but it's just really kind of sideways. We got the first attempt to break out, and now we're just kind of doing a extra long liquidation break. Doge is just chilling. Oh, look, it's just chilling again. We're about to meet up with this trend line, though, so we should be getting resolution this month on most of these patterns, is what I'm kind of seeing here overall. STX down all the way to about 68 and a half. We'll just round that to 69 because that's better. Let's see. In the swing low here at 57, just grinding down this trend line for now. I mean, it's okay. A lot of support though at that mid 60s. So as long as we're above there, it's okay. Technically, this might be a good re-up spot. A little re-entry if you missed some of the entry on here. Not too shabby. Let's pull a fib here real fast. Yeah, right at the 786. Not too bad. True 5. Oh, man, look at this. Barely hanging on. Dude, big moves, y'all, are coming out of this. And I have to lean a little bit to the upside just because we have like some long-term good price structure on Bitcoin. But, man, tight price action. Oh, Radix is starting to break down a little bit, but this still looks perfectly fine above about 9 cents. I think that's totally fair. And possible re-entry here as well on the Radix coin. This thing pumped hard. You know, to be fair, it kind of does look like it wants to try to go up there again to the top side of that box. As long as it's above 9 cents, not too shabby. Hex coin coming down between the 250 and 55 and 21. Pretty much all are like that right above structure. This is a real tough spot, y'all. I'm just being real patient here. I've got some positions on from that I bought a long time ago. I'm just kind of holding on to them for now and just seeing what happens over this next couple weeks. See if bulls can defend. Man, this right here is actually a real interesting spot right on this trend line cross and splitting all this business. Interesting. A lot of resistance at about $12. But also a lot of support right at 1070s. So, man, the market, Mr. Market is not making these charts very easy. That's for sure. But I kind of do like this right here. Possible re-entries. I know it seems a little bit scary and sideways, and some of the stuff looks a little heavy for sure. But looking left, man, we are sitting on a lot of major support areas. Not on every coin, but on some of them. Not like Osmos. Osmos is just looked good, pump, and dumped all the way back down. Last line in the sand here is about 69 cents. Hell yeah. Oh, Ton. Here's Ton getting caught by look, another one. 200 right between all the EMAs. I mean, this is a tough spot, man. I hate when price action on a daily, especially, is between these EMAs like this, because it just really makes it 50-50 which side it wants to break out on. We are getting a good reaction right off the 200, though, on this candle, almost creating a hammer type doji for now. There is 9 hours left in the day, so a lot can change there. Oh shit, pumping. We're pumping in normie markets, although just barely. We are almost at 4,200. Y'all know that 4,200 level has been extremely important for ES, based off this monthly, just all this sideways as hell action. Like I mentioned earlier, we've pretty much been range bound for about a year now, which is kind of crazy. Very boring, confusing. Anyway, above 4,200, I actually think that would bode very well for crypto too. And this is actually a really bullish setup. We talked about this, not on ES specifically, but on other things. When you get this magenta candle of death, when you a lot of times you'll get follow through and it'll keep selling off and it'll be bad. But if you get an immediate reaction and get back above it, that's generally a very bullish position. So I'm going to say above 4150. This actually is building a decent chart. Only if we got back below 4150, I would start to question all this. But even when you go up to the weekly, you got this kind of hammer candle on the weekly, taking out even these previous 3 weeks and open and closing below this. My God, my words are messed up. Above this swing low, that's pretty sexy. And we're getting a trend line cross happening today, or this week. I mean, sorry, not today. So that's actually pretty damn good for the bulls on ES. Can't knock them there. Pretty nice also on same kind of thing for NQ, but you can see the struggle is real. It's still struggling to get over this 13.3. We get a few open and closes above 13.3. I will start to be looking for our next target, which will probably be this swing high at about 13.7 and change, and then overall way up here at almost $15,000. So pretty decent structure here. The only one that still kind of looks shitty is the Russell. Man, look at this. Comes right to the 55, the horizontal area, engulfs, takes off. Pretty nice candles here for the bulls. They just need to make some new highs against structures. They got a lot of work to do. If they can't do that this week, I would be a little bit concerned. Oh, look, we're breaking out on the rut. Another 1740s test. How many is that? Like 8,000 of them down here. We're breaking out. Lots of resistance still, though, at 1,800. I would really like to see 4,200 and above 1,800. 4,200 for the ES and above 1,800 for Russell. That would look very good, and I would be very much more bullish on majors, and that would also bode well for crypto too. And let's see. We actually, it's double actuallys. I have a trend line right here, and we're kind of just lollygagging in this kind of wedge formation, getting rejected every time that they try to sell off too hard. We're getting major love at support. Like, we're getting lots of love at major support levels. I swear I can talk good. It's Monday. Cut me some slack. DAX trying to go, looks good. Hammer, really need to make these little small incremental highs though against the left of the chart. So we're like almost there, looking pretty decent. Still weird on VIX. VIX is very different. Look at VIX price. It's like still $2 difference. It is crashing though, so maybe let's all good and kind of just chilling. Let's extend this out a little bit. This is just in range mode. It has filled this gap, so that's good. We get back above the gap at $79. I would be very inclined to say that this will probably break out to the upside, which maybe not be great for the overall charts, like for bullish momentum, but right now it's just the middle of the range. It'll take quite a few days to get up there from this stature. Nat gas is actually trying to break out here above 250. we probably see 280 or so. This is the best it's looked for a long time. We actually do have momentum now on the DMI. Wow, we have not seen that since all the way back over here in November. So it's literally been about 6 months since we've had that posturing. So this is the most bullish that this chart has looked in 6 months. So this actually looks pretty good above 230 or so. And maybe this is that time we've finally been looking for a long nat gas trade. Bonds, man, bonds just also sideways in the stupid megaphone pattern. Jeez, come on, make up your damn mind. Even still inside of this pattern, we didn't get the fast rejection like you usually do. You're just getting this consolidation squeeze. TNX kind of holding on barely. Let's go to gold. Wow, gold was looking pretty good, I thought, overnight this morning. Yeah, wow, got over 2,000, immediately rejected. Interesting. So if gold starts to break down here and VIX keeps breaking down, maybe we are getting ready to do some risk on in the traditional markets. Really need to get over 2K on here. We're kind of lollygagging. This is starting to be a little bit concerning for the gold bulls, the gold bug bulls. Man, losing 1980. You can see, look at all these defenses on these dailies right here, on all these tails of these candles. 1980 is real serious. I would even say if we even get low time frame candles, yeah, even an open and close, probably one or two on a 3 hour below 1980 gets this thing down to test this little local high around 1940s or so. Silver still fine above 2420, although we are printing a pretty nasty shooting star rejection candle today. If that prints like that, I might trim some of my silver position off. Palladium, engulfed right here on this daily. Not really that great of a candle. That happened last Monday. Yeah, so that's kind of a buyer shutoff. We are right on the trend line here, but this is kind of a nasty candle, and I would say this is iced up until bulls get back above 1100. Palladium, man, a bunch of hype, sold back off. This could just be liquidation retesting this. It still looks okay, above about 1460. GDX is still fine. Actually, nice consolidation right above this swing high. Not too bad as long as it's staying above 32. Can't hate it. Same here, as long as it's staying above about 38. Can't hate it. All right, good to go. Let's go to the blockchain stuff real quick. Let's look at our... Man, this still looks fine. I like this, that we're not getting a lot of heavy selling in miners. So as long as this is kind of building this chart up still, it looks pretty good. And if majors start picking up, that will likely bode very well for the bitty bits. Cores, still sideways as F, not really doing anything. Boring as hell. I took this trade off. Just kind of waiting. I entered in over here. We took it off here. Just kind of seeing what's up. Since it's back in the range, I don't want to be like, I was pretty heavy on this, so I don't want to be heavy long while this just lollygags at the top of range. If anything, this would be a better... I'm not going to short this because shorting crypto is generally very dangerous to do. And but if this was something else, I'd be like, this is probably a good short as long as it stays below this range. So it's just back in range mode, and I just don't want to have heavy positions from the top of range anymore. Let's just look at a couple of these individuals. Yeah, they're kind of all over the place. Coin just looks terrible. Coinbase has earnings on Thursday, so that should be something to look forwards to. Maybe they print some awesome numbers, or maybe they say they're totally effed. But we are just consolidating here in this giant, ugly flag type formation. A lot of good support at about $50. Below 50, it starts to look pretty shitty. Para. Casey Lewis says Para, his long entry. Let's look at it real quick, and then I got to wrap it up. Para, he's got long entry pretty much here, or he said 2350. Nice. So you're already in the money a little bit. That's good. Let's see. Price target is 25.50. I like it, kind of at the top of this range. If it was me, I'd probably tighten it up just a little bit. But hey, everybody's a little different. Everybody skins the market cat slightly different. That one's just at the kind of the top of range for me. I'd probably just look for anything in this bottom third between like 24.50 and 25, but that's fine. I like it. I like this setup. I like this breakout. You do have earnings though coming up also on Thursday. So sometimes you have to be a little bit cautious because you never know how the market's going to take earnings. So for me, if I was in the money really good and it kept running into earnings, I'd probably take it off before earnings anyway, just because you could have great earnings and shit still sells off 20% or 10%. You just never know how the market's going to take it, and especially in this environment. But overall, yeah, it looks nice. A lot of support at $22. Not too shabby. All right, let me wrap this up because I got to get going. And I am going to try to stream Wednesday. It probably will be late Wednesday. Just FYI, I'm just kind of thinking of that right now because we'll be kind of road tripping on the way back. So it'll probably be late Wednesday in the day, but we will be doing a stream unless TradingView bans me again. Anyway, here we go. Wrap up. Bitcoin, Mama Bear, stay above 27K, or longer term, if this just lollygags, the weekly 21 EMA, which if this pace stays up and we just float here for the rest of the month, by the end of the month, the weekly will catch up to price and provide that EMA pressure on it. So at least we'll probably get resolution this month. So I feel pretty confident about that. It's just really tough to say. There's no Momo anywhere. It's just sideways. I just have, like, on the daily, there's no Momo. Overall, in the macro, I still have to lean bullish just because we're above the 21. We're actually above the weekly 200. We're above all the major moving averages. And until the 21 breaches or 27 breaches, I have to lean slightly bullish. And I will continue to do so until either one of those happens. And the same with Ethereum. As long as it's holding about 1750, looks fine. We're in the middle of this kind of range between 2K and 1750. And you could argue this is a sloppy H pattern, but we won't go into that right now. The biggest concern I have on Unicorn Shirt Man is this pattern right here, this little tweezer top pattern with a little indecision. At least we didn't get follow through. If we would have got follow through and closed below this range yesterday on the weekly close, I'd be a lot more concerned. But just like Bitcoin's 27K and the 21 EMA, Ethereum's is 1750 and the 21. Also showing the same thing, that resolution is likely this month. Awesome. So missed y'all guys last week. Sorry, TradingView didn't like my postings. That's okay. I'm back this week. It's all good. I'm all good in the hood. No worries. We'll be back for our regular scheduled programming on Wednesday. Probably will be a little bit late, but we will be here by Wednesday afternoon. We'll do it before closed for sure. And before closed, it's obviously referencing the traditional markets because crypto never sleeps, which is kind of a cool thing about it. Appreciate your contribution there, Casey Lewis. Always good to see you with that pair thing. I like the charts. You got some pretty good charts, man. And you got a good eye. That's what I love. So I'm trying to build over here, and hopefully you build it with me and helping each other just, learn and get tendies and bring ideas to the table because there's just so many stocks and cryptos to trade and stuff. I mean, there's tens of thousands of things to trade. And so just trying to build a no BS community with just good support and good times, man. And good vibes, bro. Anyway, that's the wrap up for that. Happy Monday. This has been Z-Rex with no noise. I didn't say that when I started. It's May the 1st. We'll be coming at y'all Wednesday. Much love. I hope y'all have a great start of the week. I'll catch y'all Wednesday. Peace.